Now, a capital AB 100 mm long is inclined to HP at 45 degrees and inclined to VP at 30 degrees. Draw the front and top views of a line and determine their lengths. Also measure the perpendicular distance of NB from both HP and VP. So this is very similar to the previous problem, except we have got the length has been changed and also the inclinations. So we have to decide because both A dash and A is on both HP and VP. That is how we will be considering, because that is the minimum distance which we are going to get. Because when you look for the perpendicular distance of the NB from both HP and VP, so this is the minimum distance when you are going to get when it is on both HP and VP. If it is above HP and in front of VP by certain distances, then naturally the length of this will also increase and also the length of this will going to be increased. So since you have not given any dimension for that, so we have to consider that NA is in both HP and VP. Now, first we are going to mark a point here, and you mark this point as capital A and also small a dash and A, because NDA is in HP, so A dash, NDA is in VP, it is A. So the true length of the line 100 mm long is inclined to HP at 45 degrees. So obviously the inclination can be seen in vertical plane. In vertical plane, you draw a line which is inclined at 45 degrees for a length of 100 mm. So you're going to get this point as B1 dash. Since it's the true length, you mark this point as B1 and also capital A. Since we have got B1 dash, you draw a dashed outline here so that you will going to get the locus of B, the front view. Now, similarly, you draw a line at an angle of 30 degrees to a length of 100 mm in the horizontal plane also. You are going to get this point as B2. So this is the true length, capital A and capital B2. And then draw the dashed line here. So this will go to be the locus of B in the top view. Now we need to find out the apparent length and also the perpendicular distance of the NB. Now, first we are going to start with true length in VP. So this true length in VP has to be rotated such that the point B1 will going to reaches to the locus of B in the top view, that is on this line in space. So with A as center, by taking the radius of AB1 is rotated such that this B1 will going to reach to the locus of B in the top view. So you're going to get this point B. So join AB. So this will going to be the actual line in space in the top view. So that means we got the top view. But how to do it in manual? That is how to do it in horizontal in the plane. So we know that this is the true length in VP. So obviously that line should be parallel to VP. To see the line which is parallel to VP, I have to look from the top view. When you look from the top view, A is in VP. So obviously B1 should also be on VP. So that means when you are projecting this point B1, the B1 will also come on the vertical plane. So you're going to get this B1 here. So AB1 is parallel to VP. As the AB1 is parallel to VP, so you are getting the true length here. But B1 is not on VP, but B1 should be in front of VP by this distance, because in the top view, the line is inclined at 30 degrees to VP for a 100 mm length. So we know this is the locus. So with A as center, by taking the radius of AB1, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the top view. Then join A to B with a dark line. So we're going to get this AB. So now we want to find out the front view now. If you want to find out the front view, we need to take the true length in the top view. So this is the true length in HP. If the line has to be true length in HP, so obviously that line has to be parallel to HP. But now With A as center, by taking the radius of AB2, you rotate the B2 in space such that the B2 will going to touches the locus of B in the front view. So that is what we are going to get the locus of B in the front view. That is the projected length of the front view because it is in space. So you are going to get this point B. Then mark this point as capital B and join A to B with this is the actual line in space. But when you are rotating in space, what happens? The image will also be get rotated in the vertical plane. How? We will going to see that now. So this is the true length in HP. So AB2 is the line which is true length in HP. Obviously that line has to be parallel to HP. So when you look from the front view, A dash is in HP. So naturally the B2 dash should also be in HP. When it is projected, the B2 dash will also comes on XY line. So now A dash B2 dash is the line which is the front view for this top view line AB2. But due to the true length, the line is also inclined to HP at 45 degrees. So you are going to get the locus of B in the front view here. So that B2 dash is not on HP, but instead it is above HP by certain distance. So with A dash as center, by taking the radius of A dash B2 dash, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B here. Both will going to coincide. So you are going to get this point B dash. Then join A dash to B dash with a dark line. You measure this angle as an alpha. Then when you draw a vertical projector from B dash and also to B, both will going to lie on the same line. This is how we will be able to analyze the problem in 3 dimensions. Now we will going to solve this problem by using the sketchbook. First you draw the XY line and mark XY and VP and HP as shown. As we have taken NDA is in both HP and VP because we need to measure the minimum perpendicular distance of the NB from both HP and VP. So we will consider one is the front view as A dash and the top view as A. NDA is in both HP and VP. And you mark this as capital A and this also as capital A. Since the true length of the line is inclined at 45 degrees to HP, the inclination of 45 degree with respect to HP is seen in the vertical plane. So by using the protractor, you measure an angle of 45 degree with respect to the XY line in the front view and then draw a line which is inclined to HP. Similarly, the true length of the line is inclined to VP at 30 degrees. The inclination of VP with respect to VP is been seen in HP. So HP is below XY line. From this point A, you measure an angle of 30 degrees and draw an inclined line. Then the true length of the line is 100 mm. The true length is same in both front view and also the top view. By using the compass, you measure a distance of 100 mm. With A dash as center, cut an arc on this 45 degree inclined line. And similarly with A as center, cut an arc on this 30 degree inclined line of 100 mm length. So you mark this point as B1 dash and you mark this point as B2. Then draw the locus here, dash dot line in the top view and also draw the locus line in the front view. Then join A dash to B1 dash with little bit thicker than the projector line and also A to B2 with little bit thicker than the true length. Then mark this as the locus of B and also mark the locus of B in the top view. Now we need to find out the perpendicular distances of the top view and as well as in the front view. So to find out the top view, we need to consider the front view true length. So the front view true length is, that is the true length in VP means it should be parallel to VP. So NDA is in VP. So to the point B1 should to be parallel to VP, it should be projected onto XY line because A is in VP. So B1 should also be on VP. So from B1 dash you draw a vertical projector downwards as shown till to the XY line. So now AB1 is parallel to VP. But B1 is not on VP, but B1 is in front of VP by this distance. So that is this distance such that the length of the line, the length of the top view line AB1 will not alter. That is possible only by drawing an arc. By using the compass with A as center, by taking the radius of AB1, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the top view. And you mark this point as B. Join A to B with a dark line. Similarly, and you mark this as the beta inclination. Similarly, now we need to consider the front view. To find the front view, we need to take the top view true length. The top view true length is AB2. So that is true length in HP means, it should be parallel to HP. So A dash is in HP and also B2, that is B2 dash should also be an HP. Therefore, you draw a vertical projector from B2 to the XY line and you mark this point as B2 dash. But the B2 dash is not on XY line, but it said B2 dash is above XY line by this distance, such that the length of the front view will not get altered. So with A dash as center, by taking the radius of A dash B2 dash, you draw an arc such that the length of the arc will not alter, but the B2 will going to be cutting the locus of B in the front view at this point. So you mark that point as B dash and join A dash to B dash with a dark line, and then join B dash and B, both will going to lie on the same line. Now we need to find out and denote the angle alpha. And we need to find out the distance between B1 dash and B1, that is the perpendicular distance, which is 70.71 when you are doing it in computer. When you are doing it in manual, it will be 71 mm. Similarly, by using the scale, you measure the distance from B2 to B2 dash, which will going to be exactly 50 mm, both in the CAD and as well as the manual drawing. So this is how we will be able to find the solution for this particular problem by writing in the sketchbook. Now we are going to take this step by step. So here we have considered the true length in the front view. So obviously the true length will going to be parallel to XY line in the top view. You can see that line parallel to XY line in the top view. But due to the presence of this line, the B1 will not be here. B1 should be in front of VP by this distance. By using AB1 as the radius, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B here. So join A to B with a dark line. So that means, that is the meaning. What is the meaning is? The meaning is with capital A as center, by rotating the AB1, that is B1, such that this B1 will going to come to the locus of B in space. So you are going to get this point here. So when it is projected, it will going to cut the locus here. So this is how we will be getting the top view. So that is what we have shown in the orthographic view also. So A dash B1 dash is the true length in VP. So obviously that line is parallel to VP. But B1 is in front of VP by this distance. So AB with A as center, AB1 as the radius, you draw an arc to cut the locus of B in the top view. Then join A to B with a dark line. So you are going to get this beta inclination. Now similarly, when you are doing it in the front view, so now we are taking the true length in HP. So obviously that line has to be parallel to HP. So that means it is already parallel to HP. So with A as center, AB2 as the radius, you rotate that point B2 such that this will going to touches the locus of B, the projected locus, touch the locus of B, projected point on the locus of B at this point. So that is the point B will be in space. When it is projected, that will going to cut the locus of B in the front view. So by doing so, what happens? The image which is A dash B2 dash, which is on HP, that is on VP, so is rotated such that this will going to touches the locus of B in the front view at B dash, and then join A dash to B dash. That is what we have shown in the orthographic view also. So this is the true length in HP. So obviously the line is parallel to HP, that is A dash B2 dash. But B2 dash is not here. Instead, B2 dash should touch the locus of B such that the length of A dash B2 dash will not alter. So that is possible only by drawing an arc. With A dash as center, by taking the radius of A dash B2 dash, you draw an arc such that it will going to cut the locus of B in the front view. Then join A dash to B dash. So determine the distance between B2 to B2 dash. This is what we need to find out. So this is how we will be able to solve this particular problem. Thank you.